cielo, mamá.
Yep. Wait, what happened? Medicine. You're gonna have to prop it on the side. I think that's good. Hoi, 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 hoi. Oh, yo. These damn cables. Hello, our one viewer. Hello. I'm just gonna wait for some people to come in. Oh, I turned down the volume.
En tus ojos de agua infinita se bañan las estrellitas, mamá.
Thank you for joining.
Agua de estrellas, Pachamama vienes del cielo.
Take some deep breaths, breathing in, release, coming into your body, coming into this moment.
Limpia, limpia corazón, agua brillante, sana, sana, sana el corazón, agua.
Know that you were led here for a reason. We are 2 to 3 weeks away from the Grand Conjunction. Just soak that in. Just breathe into your body. We're going to take the first few minutes. Just breathe. Do nothing else. Not breathe. Breathing in life force energy. Releasing the stagnant energy. Breathe in that life force. Release the tension.
Tus ojos de agua infinita se bañan las estrellitas, mamá. Agua de luz, agua de estrellas, Pachamama vienes del cielo.
Water of light, water from the stars.
Agua de estrellas, Pachamama vienes del cielo. Limpia, limpia.
Purify the heart. Keep breathing. Purifying, clearing, cleansing. Listen to your breath. Hear your breath. Don't be shy. Some of y'all just at home on your phone. No one can hear you. Just
limpia, limpia corazón, agua brillante, sana, sana, sana el corazón, agua bendita, calma, calma, calma el corazón, agua del cielo, mamá. En tus ojos agua infinita se bañan las estrellitas, mamá. En tus ojos de agua infinita se bañan las estrellitas, mamá. Agua de luz, agua de estrellas, Pachamama viene.
come into the body.
Agua de luz, agua de estrellas, Pachamama viene del cielo. Limpia, limpia, limpia corazón, agua brillante, sana, sana, sana el corazón, agua bendita.
Breathe in for 4.
Calma, calma, calma el
1,
corazón,
2, 3, 4. Hold it. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't even think about us here in this space. Don't think about what you're seeing on the screen. Just be with you. Be with you. Breathe with you. Let the music fill you. Fill your heart. Coat your heart with love, connection, and breath. Breathe. 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 Thank you everyone for tuning in. We have some medicine coming your way, but first drinking that medicine of breath. Wish I could hear you, but I want you to hear yourself. Hear yourself breathe. It's safe to breathe. Purify the heart. We're going to release the day. You're going to do this with us. This is for you. We're going to get up. Oh! Dance. This is for you. Dance with us. I am resilient. I trust the movement. Move it. Move the energy. Uplift the negative. I show up at the table again and again and again. I close my mouth and learn to listen. Oh, 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 oh. transmutation. Release this stuck, sticky energy within us. Say, get it out. Inhale. Up, down, up, down. This song is called Resilient by Rising Appalachia. This is a remix. The truth is what I want. Keep breathing. Castania. The remix is Castania. That's Castania. But the artist is Rising Appalachia. And receive. We're gonna twist. Let's see the system in, down to it, out, in, out, in, out, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Feel that heat in the body. In and out. Breathing in, release. Feel what's coming up for you. What emotions are coming up? Let it come through. Let it come through. Let yourself cry. Let yourself scream. Let yourself shake. Let yourself make any noise. In, out. In, out. Reverse. I'm made of light. Other way. I'm made of dirt, yeah. Made of the fine things. My father taught me that I'm a yes. Woo, I love it. I got my roots down, 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 and out, down, down, down. Release. I got my roots down, down. Come here, Rattle. Dance again. Down, 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 down. We're releasing wherever you came from today. We're here now. Down, down, I got my roots down, down, down. So what's roots down? What has been done? What are you gonna do about it when the world comes undone? My voice feels tiny, and I'm sure so does yours. But us all together make a mighty roar. Let yourself sing. Open your voice. This is for you. I trust them. I am resilient. I negate the chaos. Uplift the negative. I show up at the table again and again and again. I close my mouth and learn to listen. Alright, this is funky. A funky mantra. Sing with us, dance with us, let it flow through. Lokah, Samastah, Sukhino, Bhavantu. 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 Massage that fascia out.
Lokah, 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 Lokah.
This feels so good.
Samastah, 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 Samastah. Sukhino, 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 Sukhino. Bhavantu, 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 Bhavantu.
Whatever you're holding on to, let that shit go. Please let it go. And this is not to be cliche and be like, oh, let it go, let it go. Seriously, times are changing, y'all. Times are changing. New Earth is birthing. And in the next 2 weeks, if you don't feel it now, you will feel it when that grand conjunction energy hits and you're like, Age of Aquarius? Age of Aquarius? And our energies are becoming increasingly sensitive. So please, if not for anyone, not for your boss, not for your mama, not for any of your friends, but for you, breathe. I always tell everyone on my page, as soon as you wake up, move your body, breathe, meditate, go outside, soak in the energy. I know it's getting cold, but y'all gonna have to stop babying yourself and go outside and dig your feet in the dirt, dig your feet in the ground, because Earth is charged. No matter whether it's 70 degrees or 30 degrees, Earth is still pulsing with energy. So breathe into your body. Hey! Love to see
Crispy.
you. Hey, Crispy. You're so beautiful.
Hi everyone who's here, thank you for tuning in.
You know why I'm so beautiful? You know why we so beautiful? Because we are your reflection.
Reflections of
Your
you.
Seriously, whatever you're going through right now, you're so strong. You would not be facing any of these lessons right now if you weren't able to handle them. You're so strong. Remember, I am resilient. I trust the movement. Negate the chaos, uplift the negative. I see you showing up at the table again and again and again. So let's close our mouths and listen. Hi, sister.
Close your eyes. Tune into your heart.
Come back.
What have you been feeling today? What is moving through you? What is weighing on you?
Take it off. Take it off.
Allow yourself to be present with these emotions, with these situations. Not having them in the shadows any longer, but illuminating them. Because this is a safe space to talk about it, to be vulnerable, to be authentic, to be truly raw. You deserve this presence with yourself. You deserve this sacred time each and every day. As Monet was saying, tend to yourself first thing in the morning before anything else. Before a boss, before your phone, especially before your phone.
Drop that phone.
Tend to yourself, to your breath. Do a guided meditation. Do some stretching. Do some yoga. A workout. Feel into yourself, because as we do this consistently, we're building up that discipline and we're teaching ourselves. We're rewiring ourselves. So we're not drawn to the dopamine addiction of the phone, because as much as it's a beautiful platform, it is made to be addictive. And we even fall victim to that too.
All the time.
Tend to your breath, tend to your spirit.
Our pleasure, Kelsey.
How do you meditate?
Juicy question.
Do you want to go first?
Yes, I can go first. So, the goal during meditation is not to control your thoughts. I know that's what a lot of people think, because it's like, oh, quiet your mind, don't think so much, like focus your, like silence your mind. When I first started meditating, all that sounded really abstract to me, and so it made it challenging for me to meditate, and so I would run from it because I'm like, I guess it's not just for me. But the truth is, meditation is for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We just live in a fast-paced society that, we live in a fast-paced society, all in all, that teaches us that if we slow down and if we be still, that we're not being productive. But a lot of the times, if we're being so productive, go, acting, and not taking any time to be still and breathe, we're actually deteriorating ourselves, we're destructing ourselves.
Yes.
So, like I said before, I'm going to circle it back around to when I said the goal is not to control your thoughts. The goal is to let the thoughts come through and accept them as they come. So if you're sitting and you're being still and you're silencing your mind, focusing on your breath, focusing on the center of your forehead, feeling that grounded energy, and out of nowhere you're like, oh shit, I gotta do laundry. Oh, I have to call my boss. Oh, I have to do this. The point of that is not to say, go away thoughts, stop, I don't want to think that, I want to be silent. The goal is to observe them like passing clouds. Just like, oh, I have to do laundry. Okay, back to my breath. Oh, I have to call my boss. Okay, not right now. Back to my breath. And the goal is to just accept them as they pass and continue to practice that until your mind and your body learns from what you're trying to say, which is be still. Let them flow by. It's okay, we're humans. We have thousands of thoughts flying in throughout the day. We're taught to think, analyze. So don't beat yourself up in those moments when you're trying to be still and you get a little bit fidgety or a thought comes through. It's all about retraining yourself and being patient with those thoughts as they come up until you find that place of stillness. And you'll find the more you accept those thoughts and allow them to pass, the easier it becomes to silence the thoughts. And after a while, you start to realize, wow, I'm completely present in my body. The thoughts are coming in slower and slower and less intense, and I'm actually here with myself. I hear my breath over those thoughts. I feel the rise and fall of my chest more than I feel those thoughts trickling in. And then, before you know it, you're vibrating on a higher frequency. So patience is key. And not controlling the thoughts, but letting them float away like leaves in a river. Just watching them go away. Just watching them leave.
That's a beautiful description.
Thanks. I got the cloud analogy from a meditation that you showed me, so thank you.
Yeah, like clouds passing or cars passing, and if we get in front of one of the cars and try to stop it, think of all of the cars behind it crashing. You're gonna cause a huge backup. So when we get out of the way and we let the cars flow like this, we let the river flow, we don't block it, then it's a natural flow. And something that I really love to do is listen to guided meditations, because that's how I can really tune in more than just listening to music or being in silence. But for some people that works. So trying that, listening to a guided meditation. I have a couple on my IGTV and YouTube, and there's so many. I have a favorites, highlights of my meditations that I love. And not, like Monet said, not judging yourself, being gentle with yourself. And there's no right way to do it. There's no right way. And over time, you'll see that your thoughts don't control you anymore. If you feel like you're a victim to your thoughts and emotions, consistent meditation can definitely help. That you have that center seat of consciousness, you have that center seat of peace, and you're determining what thoughts wish to enter your sacred space. And if something's really pressing and urgent, like you really remember something, just like jot it down on a piece of paper and then come back.
Yes, I love that. The point is surrender, not resisting. That's what meditation really is. telling yourself, I'm okay, I'm still here, I'm still present with the fact that that thought that was totally unrelated to my attempt to be still right now came through, and I'm letting it go. And that's it.
Said, I'm very hard on myself and overthink a lot, so I'm definitely gonna have to train myself. Yes, retraining ourselves, rewiring our brain and our nervous system to compassion, to gentleness, which that inner critic is usually an outer voice that we've internalized from our childhood, from past relationships, that taught us to be hard on ourselves.
Yeah, and something that we were talking about before too is like people who are like, oh well, like music is my meditation, or like,
oh yeah, that you know, like running's my meditation, music's my meditation, which definitely is true, because there's so many forms of meditation, but I really believe there's power in a seated or lying guided meditation, because you're not actively doing something else. So you get into a whole different brainwave state and you really work on the neural pathways.
Yeah, and I think it's really powerful what we just did.
Oh, not this. Guys, this one song starts with a screeching beginning and then it's a beautiful song. So it's like, stop, listen.
It's okay.
We'll just skip to the beautiful.
I kind of like it. But yeah, I think it's really powerful what we just did, moving, getting the blood flowing, getting the heart rate up, and getting that heart rate variability flowing in. For anybody who doesn't know what heart rate variability is, it's literally just the variability of your heart rate. So we want to make sure we have a balance. We don't want our heart at a still point all the time, and we don't want our heart at a fast pace all the time. We want a mix of both. And you can find, sorry to dampen the energy, which I don't think is dampening the energy, because death is natural. But if you think about it, if you're in the hospital and you flatline, how do you get to that flatline? It's either by speeding up until it flatlines, or slow, like until it flatlines. So that tells you right there, there's two ways to go out with that heartbeat, and it's either really fast or really slow. So that's why it's beautiful to find the balance in your living life of speeding up that heart rate and then slowing it down. And I find it really powerful to move your body and get that heart rate up, and then once you're done, once you feel that heart is like, once you feel your blood flowing, once you feel hot and you've purified and you've really embodied that element of fire and activated, then you can move into a state of, you know, a sedated mindset, a sedated heart rate where you can relax. And that's when I feel like it's most powerful to meditate, because your body knows what it feels like to be active like that. And so when you sit down and everything slows down, your body is hearing you. Oh, I'm still now. Oh, my heart rate's slowing down. And that can allow you to ground that energy that you just activated. And it can really bring you to center. I was posting about this on my story earlier, and it kind of chopped up how I was posting it, so I'm just going to regurgitate what I was saying, which is basically what I just said. Just activate, and then sedate. And I feel like that activation is really grounding you, right? Because you're moving, you're feeling into your feet, and you're embodying that earth, you know, you're grounding. And then when you come into that stillness and your vibration begins to raise, you feel that elevation. So now that we've got that groundedness and that elevation, it comes together and you find your center. And to me, that's what centeredness is, that level of energy, that infinity point, that void, and that nothingness of just being and being present. So I feel like that's also a beautiful transition into meditation. If you've never tried it, if it's difficult for you to get into that state, to kind of activate and then settle, because your body understands what you're trying to say here. So I hope that helped. So important.
Just breathe in, hold, out through the mouth. Breathing in life force energy. Hold, circulate that oxygen, and out with the noise. Continue to breathe. And as we use the voice to alchemize emotions, we can bring it through on the exhale.
As you breathe, as you inhale, really feel the air fill your entire rib cage. All the way to the bottom of the rib cage. Exhale that. Let that go, let that free.
True gratitude flowing from me to you. Come into the heart space, a place that often through the day we are not tuned into in this modern world. So it's so important to have these practices, these rituals to come back, to tune into what wishes to come up. What are you feeling? It's all valid and it's all okay to feel that. I want you to really hear that you are safe to feel your emotions, especially if you've been gaslighted, told that you can't feel that it's wrong to feel that, dismissed and not heard. You are safe to feel these things.
And that includes all of the shadow emotions as well. I know we like to run from emotions like sadness, emotions like maybe muckiness, a lack of motivation, anger. But a lot of the times, our body is just communicating to us what we need to heal from. I'm feeling sad, okay? Where is the sadness coming from? Is this sadness from my own feelings of lack, the things I need to work on? Is it sadness from an outside source, someone who's been projecting onto me, gaslighting me? And then once you pinpoint where that sadness is coming from, you can work through it, and you can rewire your mind and grant yourself forgiveness, and ability to feel that motion, feel that moving through you, that emotion, the waters, the emotional waters. And once you do that, once you surrender to that and feel it, you're able to move past it. But when you run from it, when you don't release it, that's when it becomes dangerous, and that's when it can build up into stagnancy. So something I've been speaking about to a lot of my sisters recently is speaking your truth and expressing it. Know where your safe spaces are. Know where your safe spaces are. Safe spaces are not just rooms with walls. Safe spaces are not just, places to travel to, adopt. Safe spaces can be in people. She is one of my safe spaces. If you feel you don't have people in your life who can hold safe space for you, who judge you when you're moving through these emotions, they're not the people you need to be around, because you need to release. If you're feeling anger, frustration, look, it's normal. Do you see the circumstances of the world right now? You have every right to be pissed off. If you need to let that out, express it to a safe space. And it doesn't have to be a person either. I am blessed enough to have only 3 people who are my safe space right now in my life, and that's okay. But if I didn't have any of them, my safe space would be and is myself, my ancestors, praying by my altar, going outside. Nature is always listening. She's always there to hold space for you. And I think that it's really important not to keep it inside. If you have things that you want to express, things you need to get out, say them. That is what they mean when they say, get it off your chest. When you are expressing the things that are bothering you and not holding them inside, what you're doing when you're sharing and expressing them, whether it's to a person, your spirit guides, nature, what's happening is that stagnancy is lifting off of your heart, coming out of your throat, and leaving your heart. You're releasing it. And that's what they mean by get it off your chest. That emotion's coming through, up and out. And now that it's out, you feel that release. You feel that release. And it doesn't matter who's looking at you like, oh, she's bipolar, oh, she was feeling good this moment, now she mad, now she this and that.
It's like, oh, you're still holding on to that? Yes, because it's been in my chest and I haven't been able to release it, so don't ask me, don't shame me for still bringing up something,
Let's normalize right now that screaming, just that rage, right? let's normalize letting that go, and then right after, just like, wow, I feel such a state of peace. Because that's what the release does. It releases and it relieves you of what you were holding on to. So never feel wrong for feeling anger. Never feel wrong for feeling sadness. This world can get very, very ugly.
Anger is sacred. I think anger is a beautiful message for us. And just saying love and light, good vibes only, positive vibes only, all that stuff. We have to feel that anger because it's a message. It's a message to set a boundary, maybe to remove someone from your life, maybe to make a change in your life. Maybe you're angry at yourself, and then that brings about more self-discipline.
That's such a message. I need more fire in my life.
Yes, we need more fuego. That fire, anger is that fire element, the passion coming through. So many revolutions, so many non-profits, so many organizations are built upon a feeling of anger for the way that things are. Delaney says he's feeling safe right now. You're so welcome, brother. I'm so happy.
You're so loved. You're so held.
You're so supported. We need these spaces to tune into this anger, tune into these emotions, and know how to transmute it too, because so many times a lot of anger and suppressed emotions come through as addictions, come through as codependency, come through as even as simple as unconsciously scrolling on Instagram because you don't want to face stuff and you're like, let me zombie out, blah, blah, blah. Which I've done before.
You know what I do too sometimes? I will literally make myself sad and make myself mad because I know that I have to release. So I'll put some songs on that, you know, kind of get the waterworks flowing, because my intuition is telling me I'm not feeling good. Something's stuck inside and I need to get it out. So I will trigger that within myself so that I can release that. And you know, it's so crazy because I'll reach out to one of my sisters, I'll reach out to Maddie, I'll reach out to Kiani, and like first I'll ask them if they have the space to hold for me, and then
that's
when they
practice.
Yeah, and then when I get the approval, I pour it out. Like, this is bothering me. I'm so pissed off. Like, where's community? Like, why do I feel like the divine masculine's failing me? Like, I'll just pour it out and I'll cry. And you know, sometimes it's beautiful in those moments to just have that safe space to go to. And then, you know, if they're busy or something, they come back to me in like an hour and they're like, how are you doing? Pouring love out to me. I'm like, I'm feeling good, you know? And it's like, it's so crazy how your emotions can go from like needing to release in that moment, and then you check your phone and see your friend checking in on you later, and you're like, what are they talking about? You're like, oh, I was having a breakdown earlier. And it's just like, it's so beautiful because it shows you how quickly you can adjust your mood from, you know, feeling sad or anger, and then feeling happiness later and joy because you released. You let it go, so now you have more space to, exactly, it's literally the alchemization of emotions. You're allowing that joy to come through now because there's more space for it. There's nothing stagnant or heavy holding it down because you let it go. So
think of a child having a tantrum, just like flailing their body, screaming and crying because they're cathartic, releasing and letting that emotion come through, and then they're like, okay, yeah, I'm ready to go to the park. And like, as a adult, cause like, yo, you bipolar, like, you got a diagnosis or something. But I mean, there's a difference. But when you're expressing with that cathartic release, you really can move through that energy. This is something I really wanted to talk about. Feeling the emotion and not staying stuck and not letting it stay sticky. Like you know that feeling when your mind is sticky? Like there's just like mucky emotions there that linger. So it's so important to feel it, to heal it, to let it come through, but then knowing when it's prolonged its stay. Like taking up rent, taking up space but not paying rent in your sacred space.
Give me that check. Yes. Yeah, we gotta free up the mental real estate. Allow ourselves to feel so we could transmute it, release it, and then make space for happiness. Because I feel like a lot of the times we want to rush it, you know? Like, Maddie knows. Yeah, like, I've literally sat with Maddie, like, processing emotions, and, like, I'll say in the moment, because I'm so uncomfortable, I'll be like, I just want it to go away. I just want it to leave. Like, I'm so tired of feeling this. And then right after I'll be like, but I know I have to feel it. Like, I know I just have to work through it, you know? And it's beautiful to have her reflection, because she'll affirm to me in that moment and agree and be like, yeah, you just gotta move through it. Like, it's not gonna last forever. You just gotta feel it, let it come up. Just breathe. I feel you though. Like, I would be pissed off too, you know? I would be upset too. I've been uncomfortable like this too, you know? Like, you can't run from it. And in those moments when that reflection is showing me, you know, I hear you, sis, definitely feel this. Like, you just, please, if you have people around you who are witnessing you cry, witnessing you feel uncomfortable emotions, and are saying, don't cry, don't be angry, don't be this, cut and run, okay? Cut and run. Out. Because there is no shortcut to transmuting that emotion. You have to be present with it and feel it.
That makes me cringe. See, that makes me angry, and I can feel angry. Like what we were just talking about, like that makes me angry because that's the whole good vibes only, and then you're repressing it, and that can come out in so many ways moving forward. Like can we talk about binge eating?
Yeah,
I experienced that a lot recently, like that coming up of just wanting to eat, and then in the moment you might not even realize that it's connected to an emotion, but then you could see that you might be really disconnected from yourself, from your body, from your breath, and there's something that's weighing on you. And like the dopamine and the serotonin, like we really got to think biochemically. We're thriving off of that dopamine because we know that food tastes good. So, okay, let me get a boost, let me get a boost, let me get a boost, because that's addiction. That's how addictions form. Escaping. And like when we can put down that fork and say, okay, what is present in me? And again, going back to meditation, doing a guided meditation, doing some stretching, doing a little movement, talking to someone you feel safe with, journaling.
Ooh, journaling
and
is
then
powerful.
And then we reprogram ourselves to go to that rather than the unhealthy coping mechanism. So we're rewiring our brain. And like Monet and I have gone through all of this ourselves. And that's how we even can speak on it. Because like we saw how we got out of it, and like now we want to share those key codes basically.
Dark night of the soul, we all gotta walk through it. We all gotta walk through that muck and shit and really feel it until we burst into the other side and really find and realign with our joy and our happiness and our bliss. And that's how we know that it's authentic happiness. It's not a happiness we're trying to force. It's not a happiness we tried to rush into. It's a happiness and a joyfulness that we can really be present in and really like soak that loving energy into the body without any resistance, because we truly feel that emotion. We're not trying to fabricate it. And that is so important.
Sustainable happiness, sustainable joy. Because I feel like one thing we all have in common is we want to feel peace, we want to feel joy, we want to feel love. And it's really just seeing what is there blocking it. Because that life force energy is love, it's unconditional love, it's peace, it's bliss, it's being completely okay right here. Not letting the outer world pull us this way and that way and have us like puppets on a string, but have our inner center of peace that we know we can always come back to. And in my experience, having practices and rituals and retraining every day, retraining ourselves is what builds that. Self-discipline, scheduling in that meditation, scheduling in your yoga.
And knowing and feeling too when you may be in the mode of self-sabotage. I feel like it always points back to the chakras. Really making sure that you have balanced chakras, because a lot of the times when we say like our chakras are either aligned or they're misaligned, what we're really saying is when the chakras are aligned, they're balanced. When they're misaligned and not aligned, they're either excessive or deficient. So you can have a heart chakra that's balanced, you are compassionate, you're loving of self, loving of others, you see everyone as a reflection of you, you're accepting of others, you are forgiving, you're expressing gratitude. But you know, if the heart is deficient, you may be pulling back and like hating the world because you've been so hurt in your life that you're just like, you don't deserve my love, I'm not giving you my love, you don't. That's deficient. That's a deficient heart chakra. An excessive heart chakra is neglecting yourself and giving everyone all this love without giving it to yourself, and in turn you're feeling drained, you're feeling like people are manipulating you, people are using you because you're allowing them to. So when we have a balanced heart chakra, that's what that is to me, is basically giving yourself the love you need and having enough overflowing out of your cup to give others. That's just one example of the heart chakra. But I think that the chakras are a great starting point if you want to know, like, am I balanced? Am I aligned? Am I connected to me? I know that my throat chakra has been deficient for a while. And if anyone tuned into my page recently, I recently released a song. And even though the songs are recorded, I feel like releasing that song opened my throat chakra a little bit, because I shared my throat chakra with the world instead of trying to pull back and hide it all and fester it inside. And so, yeah, just really being mindful of your chakra system and what may be deficient, what may be excessive, and how you can bring it back into balance. And analyzing who's around you, making it difficult to align those chakras.
That is a big part.
Who is fucking your chakras up?
Who is in your space, and who are you holding on to because you don't want to be alone? That is a big thing, and something that Monet and I have experienced a lot. And I've been moving through a lot of loneliness of like, where's my tribe? Where are my people? Where are the people on my vibration? And like, what we've been channeling lately is New Jersey is a dead ass zone.
Calling it Mount Shasta, calling it
New
Sedona.
Jersey is a dead ass zone. Like the ley lines, which are like energetic grids on the earth. I swear New Jersey's like,
we're done Merkaba, y'all.
but at the same time, I do believe that we have our light to spread, and that we're here for a reason, and that we are the change makers, the way showers, the light workers, the leaders.
Light warriors.
So that gives me that strength to keep going, living somewhere where I don't feel like I have these song circles and these and regular ceremonies and cob houses and cabins and just beautiful spaces to gather with a lot of conscious people. But I'm so grateful for this platform because we're all hanging out right now.
Vibration is everything too. We've been really channeling more patience with not manifesting what we want, with not seeing the tribe that we want or being able to connect, and really building patience too with our ability to attract that with our frequency, because we understand all that's going on in the world with social distancing and quarantine. Like, we've been shoved into our homes, kind of like a forced hibernation, and so that can force us to feel disconnected from others. And if we're disconnected from others, we can feel disconnected from self, because we were so used to having all of these reflections around us reminding us of that connectedness. So it really is important to be patient with ourselves given the circumstances, and at least come back to the knowing that you are the creator of your own reality, and that you are manifesting what you're vibrating on. So even though we're faced with these circumstances, it's really important to come back to the thought of like, okay, these are my circumstances. I understand that required a little bit of shadow work for me to work through. I had to get a lot of releasing in. I had to cry, I had to scream, I had to pout, I had to be upset for me to release and come back to that authentic, sustainable happiness and joy. And now that I'm here in this vibration, let me soak in this vibration, and let me take this time to meditate. Let me take this time to write down what it is I do want instead of focusing on what I don't want. And when I begin to focus my attention on what I do want, guess what? I am in a position to visualize and ride that frequency, ride that vibration. And then what happens the next day? Blessing comes in from left field, blessing comes in from right field, and you're like, damn, my vibration did that. You know, so like we said before, let those feelings come through, let them come through. And you know, just ride the wave of emotions and come back to that heart space. Breathe into that heart space. And when you breathe into that heart space, you're connecting with your center. The heart is everything. Did you know that the electromagnetic field of the heart extends way farther than the electromagnetic fields of our bodies, of our flesh, of our organs? The heart extends way farther. So you could be on a train, and you know, the cart down from you, your heart, your electromagnetic field of your heart is meshing with that of the person in the next car over, and they're several feet away from you. But what's really important as well is being mindful of your empathetic frequency.
Oh my god,
because you don't want to be sucking other people's energy and gunk and their bad moods or whatever it is, like that argument they had with their wife. Like, you don't want to be holding on to that into your field. So it's important to monitor your field. And something that I've been learning from the Pleiadian workbook, the Pleiadian Emissaries of Light, is to be mindful of how far out your aura stretches. So you don't want your aura to be like inches away from you, like super close right here, but you also don't want it to be all the way out there, because when it's right here, your vibration is low, you're not magnetizing what you want, it feels mucky, it feels like you just want to hide and run and bypass and deflect all these lessons you need to learn to upgrade. But also, if it's out there, now you're picking up on energies that may not support your highest good. So the golden rule is to have your aura 2 to 3 feet outside of you, so that you're having a healthy vibration that you can build, and it's expansive and healing you, while at the same time keeping a safe distance away from other people's energy, so you're not sucking that into you. And another practice that's really beautiful is if you're in the woods, if you're in the forest, it's safe to allow your aura to expand, so that you can soak up the energy of the trees and the forest and, you know, the light of Mama Gaia. But as soon as you step out of that forest and you go back into that street with all these zooming cars, you want to bring that frequency back in so that you are protected from those outside energies. And guys, how you do this, you shrink and expand your aura, is visualization. It's literally all just thinking, feeling, seeing, knowing. This is where my aura is right now. My aura is not shrunken down to here. I'm not, you know, disconnected or dissociated from my body. My aura is right here, 2 to 3 feet outside of me. I'm seeing my field. I'm feeling that healthy balance. You know, I'm in this forest. I'm allowing and I'm seeing and I'm knowing and feeling that my aura is expanding outward and meshing with the trees, and I'm drinking up all this loving energy they have to offer me. I'm stepping out of this forest. I am seeing my aura come right back in 2 to 3 feet outside of me. And that's how you stay protected while exuberant and vibrant. So know that you have the capacity to control your aura and control your frequency. And for the love of God, Allah, Buddha, ground. Put your feet in the dirt. Visualize a spiraling light cord extending out from your sacral, passing through all layers of the earth and connecting with the earth center. And start to imagine the cord extending from your sacral, taking the colors of the rainbow, red, maroon, blood red, burgundy, magentas, into those pinks, rose pink, into the oranges, the yellows, the greens, the blues, the purples, the whites, the grays, the browns. Imagine that cord shifting colors and feel what color feels the safest for this cord right now. And when you find that color, draw that cord right back up into you and soak in that energy. That's a beautiful way to stay grounded for both men and women. So, just had a whole energetic upgrade. Sis, I'm there with you. I feel that.
Sis.
I feel that.
I feel like we should a little movement, a little meditation, and close out the night.
I'm feeling that too.
Let's get some energy going, integrate all of that as we're soaking in everything that we were saying and hearing. Some satsang. Let's sing, let's dance.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Get up if you want. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, oh. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Strength to move through obstacles. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Said it's time, and I know that without a doubt, the spirit in us all is trying to break. Oh, shit's gonna end. This is your time, this is my time to illuminate that we were made to shine. Divinity by law in our DNA. They lied, but they saw truth anyway. This is divine recognition of this time of revision. Time change mission said you have my permission to be your light, let no man dim. See your sight is not original sin. I said you came in the same way that you will go. And that's with love and with righteousness into the flow. But I heard it all before, yes, what the man said. Never held it in my heart, but I held it in my head. Yeah. But then I saw that it isn't just suggestion, it's spiritual law to love us to roll and remember Jah. So we love all, serve all, and remember Jah. Love all, serve all, and remember Jah.
Got a minute left, y'all, so
So we love all, serve all, and remember Jah. Love all, serve all, and remember Jah.
I love you all so much.
Now this is bliss. That's what it is, so tell your parents and your kids that they should not miss. The time is now, the questions how we look for each other in answers. Singers and dancers will lead the way, been led astray, but now we have answered the calling, and Babylon is falling. Proud to be inside the flow that no man can stop. I must stand tall, Yahu is watching, so is my family and so is my tribe. Mustn't seek vanity, must seek to be wise, must seek to be wise.
Have a beautiful night, y'all. Love you so much.
I heard it all before, yes, what the man said.
Limpia, limpia, limpia el corazón, agua brillante, sana, sana, sana el corazón, agua bendita, calma, calma, calma el corazón, agua del cielo, mamá.